Hey everyone, my name's Pejman. I'm one of the founders of Magoosh, and I'm here to give you a product tour of Magoosh GRE. My goal is to just take a few minutes and show you the key features so that you can be super productive with your studies. And if you're still on the fence about Magoosh, I want to give you a good sense of the product. So let's get into it. Okay, so first I just want to give you a sense of the different ways you can use Magoosh. The main way is what you see here, gre.magoosh.com in your browser. But I also want to show you two apps that are really useful. First is GRE Prep, which is available on iOS and Android. It gives you access to the key features of Magoosh on your phone. So you can take practice questions, you can view our video lessons, you can even download them for offline access. So just a great way to prep on the go. The second is our highly popular GRE Vocab Flashcard App. As you know, vocab's a key part of the GRE, and this app has helped millions of students study and master vocab. We use spaced repetition to really help you learn the words, and we have over 1,000 of the most common words that appear on the GRE, each with a definition and pronunciation and example sentences. So a really great resource. And by the way, this is free, so you can use this even before buying Magoosh GRE. Okay, so let's say you just bought Magoosh and you're wondering how to get started. I'm going to give you 3 good ways to go. First is our study schedule, and this is really helpful for anyone that's looking for structure, a day-by-day plan, and a checklist. So you can see you answer a few questions, you're given a few different study schedule options. Here I'm picking the 3-month beginner plan, and you can see here I have a day-by-day checklist of how to prep for the GRE over 3 months. Also, even if you're not going to use study schedules every day, I still find it useful. Let's say you're struggling with integer property. You can see we have a full day here in the study schedule. So you can just go to that day and just study those sort of things. So a lot of ways to use this feature. The second way to get started is taking a score assessment. It takes about 40 minutes, and it's going to have you take every question type and gives you a sense of your strengths and weaknesses when you're done. So a really good way to get started. And then third way, you just start taking practice questions. So you can use our quick practice buttons, either math or verbal, and just start taking problems until you run out of time. No matter how you get started, I'd recommend spending a lot of time on this review screen. Lets you look over your past practice sessions. You can see how you're doing over time, subjects you're struggling with, how you're doing on the harder problem. So just a really good way to kind of analyze how you're doing. Review really pairs well with custom practice. This lets you pick exactly the kind of session you want to have. So maybe easy, medium problems in a subject that you want to improve on. You could pick exactly how much time you want to study for. So really good ways to kind of just review and then custom practice. You hone in on your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the practice question experience. So every question you can see your pace and how you're doing against millions of other people that have taken that question. You can see the difficulty of the question. Every question includes a video explanation, which is usually 1 to 2 minutes long, covers the tricks in the question, ways to go about solving it. We also give you things like the ability to flag the question so that you can review it later. You have a calculator, which is just like the calculator that you'll have on test day. And you can also take notes. So write down maybe things that were tricky about the problem so that you could review them again later. So lots of really useful tools in your practice question experience. So say you're a few weeks into your studies, you're wondering what to do next. I'd recommend our official questions. These are licensed from ETS, the makers of the GRE. So they're exactly like what you'll get on test day. I'd recommend going through these to gauge your progress, as they're really gold standard materials, and we're the only ones in the US with officially licensed questions from ETS. The other thing you're going to want to do is take practice tests. We have up to 6 on Magoosh GRE, and this is really the best way to simulate the test day-like experience in terms of just how you pace yourself, how you deal with the time pressure, and generally just having the stamina to get through a 2-hour test. So I recommend taking these at least every couple weeks, and just another good way to gauge your progress as you get closer to test date. Something else to point out is that we have hundreds of video lessons. So sometimes if you're struggling with a subject, good to go here, find the video for that subject and watch the lesson to get an overview. We also are rolling out a feature called drills that lets you practice the concepts that are in that video to make sure that you're really understanding it. So really useful way to kind of step away from practice and just get into the material a bit more. Last thing I'll point out is our AI essay grader, which is really useful for the writing portion of the GRE. It automatically grades your essay based on ETS's scoring rubric. And it not only gives you really good feedback, very detailed, as well as a score, of course, but it actually gives you a rewrite of your essay and shows you how you can get an extra point next time. So I found that really useful in terms of giving you a concrete example and highlighting all the different ways. So you could see in this example, my essay was too short and it gave me a lot of good suggestions on expanding it. So that's the tour. Hopefully you find Magoosh GRE really helpful. Know that we're always shipping improvements, so you're going to see the product keep evolving. Just wish you the best on the GRE, and thanks for watching.